Bradley Williamson. I'm going to be informing you tonight on the requirements to receive a private pilot's license. A private pilot's license can help you either for your enjoyment, to be able to go bore holes in the clouds and take your friends and family on vacations, so forth. You can also use it for your work. You can go and say you're a jewelry salesman, and you want to get from Atlanta to New York with your products. You can do that with just a private pilot's license. The Federal Aviation Administration, better known as the FAA, is who regulates the requirements to give you your certificate, your license. Your certificate or your license looks just like your driver's license. This is my pilot's license here that allows me to operate as pilot in command of an aircraft. Tonight we're going to be talking about the general requirements, the medical requirements, the ground school requirements, and the flight school requirements to receive this license. First, the general requirements are simple. You must be a minimum of 17 years of age. You must be able to read, write, and understand the English language. That is all there is to the general requirements. The medical requirements requires that you get a medical certificate. You must be examined by an approved FAA medical examiner. The medical examiners can be found in your local phone book. Also in the handouts tonight, I have some information to give to you that has some local flight examiners in our area. If you decide that you want to go with that. This is my medical certificate here. This is a Class 1 medical certificate. Class 1 medical certificates are for airline pilots. You must have this to be an airline pilot. Class 2 medical certificates require you for a commercial pilot. That is someone that is flying for hire. You fly in for UPS, maybe a flight instructor. You has to have a Class 2. You'll be receiving a Class 3. Okay, again, I'm going to give you a handout that shows you what to do with that. Also, your ground school requirements. Next, would be something as long as I've shown you here. King Airline, King schools with it has a great school with it. Also, Jefferson has a great school. You might go into a class at a local airport. There's no requirements of how long you have to be in a classroom, but you must be recommended by a flight instructor to be able to sit for the FAA test. The FAA test will be a computer-based test. That test will you have your general knowledge of aircraft, avionics, radio communications, the basics of how aircraft systems are. But you will learn this in your ground school as you do it. Next, we'll be talking about flight school requirements. Flight school, the FAA says that you must have a minimum of 40 hours flight time. 10 of those hours must be what we call dual time, which is you, the student pilot, in an aircraft with an instructor pilot. That instructor pilot is giving you the basics knowledge of how to fly. 10 of those hours have to be cross-country hours. Cross-country hours are as if you're going more than 50 miles away from the airport that you began, and you land at another airport. That meets the requirements for a cross-country flight. The flight school, then your flight school instructor will recommend you to the FAA examiner. An FAA licensed examiner will then go up flying with you, and he will demonstrate to you the different requirements. You will then take and have to complete those requirements. Left turns, right turns, emergency procedures, what do you do if you lose an engine, those type of things. If you can complete those correctly, the medical examiner will then, the flight instructor examiner will then issue you a private pilot's license. This private pilot's license will give you, as I said earlier, a lot of opportunities. Okay, tonight we have covered the general requirements, the medical requirements, the ground school requirements, and the flight school requirements to receive a private pilot's license. When we're out of here tonight, I am going to give you some handouts that will help you along your way with this. Thank you, and enjoy your flight. Good night.
Good job.